Hi, everyone. Meteorologist Bill Rentschler in the 1011 Now streaming studio, bringing you an update from the severe weather that we saw across the area on Friday, May 12th. Again, damage surveys still ongoing, so don't have all the information just yet, but wanted to bring you the information that we do have. In total on Friday, again, between the weather offices in Omaha, Hastings, and North Platte, 50 tornado warnings were issued. That's the most ever in a single day in the state of Nebraska, according to data from Daryl Hersman and the Iowa State Environmental Mesonet. And this is a map of those warnings, and you can see a large majority of them focused across parts of northeastern Nebraska. Again, 50 on Friday, which over the past just several years is by far and away the most, and again is the most ever according to that data I just mentioned. The second number 2 on that list was 47 tornado warnings. That was May 22nd, 2004. 41 warnings on June 4th, 2008, and you can go on down the list there, and you see recently we had got the wrong year in there, but it's 27 on December 15th, 2021, not 2001. But again, a day a lot of us will remember for quite a while. So if we go through some of the tornado tracks, again, starting kind of in parts of western Nebraska, Custer County, near Arnold, just to the north of Arnold, we had 3 EFU tornadoes reported, which again, they're rated EFU because there's no damage done. So we have no indication of how strong those winds could have been. Again, so those touched down in open country. There's 3 separate reports, no damage observed from those. Also in Custer County, we had an EF1 tornado track through parts of Anselmo. 110 mile an hour is the peak wind. There was extensive tree damage done with that tornado. To the east, across parts of Greeley County, this tornado was well documented by storm chasers. Just to the south and west of the Spalding area, peak winds of 105 miles an hour, path length of about almost 14 miles, 200 yards wide. It had flipped pivots and damage to 2 parked cars. Thankfully, no injuries reported from that tornado. Just to the north, we had an EFU tornado touchdown near Erickson, just to the north and west of Erickson. We also had another tornado near the Bartlett area, which was documented by our sister station's meteorologist Travis Kleneski. EF1 damage there, 107 mile per hour estimated peak wind, path length of almost 3.5 miles. You had trunks snapped and large limbs lost with tree damage with that tornado. Just to the north, into parts of Holt County, just to the south of Chambers, we had an EF2 tornado, 120 mile an hour estimated peak wind, path length of almost 8 miles, path width of 75 yards. You had damage to shelter belts, trees, farm outbuildings, as well as pivot systems. Further back to the east, across parts of Madison and Pierce County in the far north, again just to the north and west of the Norfolk area, you had an EF1 tornado, peak wind of 100 miles an hour, path length of a little over 3 miles, and you had tree damage with snapped trunks with that tornado. Across parts of Boone County into far northeastern Boone County, an EF1 tornado with peak wind of around 110 miles an hour. Path length was just about a little over a mile. With that tornado, you had a destroyed machine shed, and debris from that machine shed deposited a few hundred yards away to the north across a highway. Across parts of southern Stanton County, we had multiple tornadoes, 2 EF1 tornadoes, peak winds estimated at 105 miles an hour, path length of almost 9 miles, and again, right about 5 miles. We had, again, large hog barn that was destroyed or damaged with part of one of those tornadoes. Another one destroyed a barn, as well as, again, tree and pivot damage in the northern half of Stanton County. An EF1 tornado, again, peak wind of about 88 miles an hour. You had trees uprooted and snapped, minor damage to a home there just north of Stanton. In the Pilger area, there was reports of thunderstorm wind damage, no tornado, but again, that's an area that, again, certainly needs no reminder of what tornadoes can do, and unfortunately they did have some damage to minor roof damage and damage to some outbuildings in the Pilger area. Again, one of the storms of the night really, again, tracked across parts of Dodge County, western Burt counties. Still awaiting some official word from the weather office in Omaha, so still awaiting those damage survey results. But again, damage indicators would indicate anywhere from EF0 to EF2 damage, basically along a line from near North Bend to near Hooper to near Uline in the northeastern part of the county, and then into western Burt County near Oakland and up towards the Lyons area before that tornado eventually lifted. So again, you can kind of see zooming out. Again, most of that activity occurred across the northeastern part of the county. And again, certainly a day that we don't want to repeat again anytime soon. In total, again, so far, Again, 50 warnings issued, most ever in one day in Nebraska, and so far 15 confirmed tornadoes. So 6 EFUs, which again means we don't have enough information to give that tornado a rating. If it touched down in an open field and didn't do any damage, it gets that EFU rating. 8 EF1 tornadoes, and the strongest thus far from that Friday event is 1 EF2 tornado. Again, but certainly could see that number grow as more information comes in. And again, we'll continue to bring you updated information as those damage results continue to come in to the Weather Center. So keep it tuned to 1011 for all the latest information, both on air and online.